I'ma head out. Players. Where's all the new content? We need new content. CG? So yeah, this this is a meme I caught on Operation Metaverse's Discord. Thought this was really fitting for what happened today. You get rid of one bug and out comes more bugs. That's how this game is. I mean, that's just how CG rolls. They always have bugs somewhere, some way, shape, or form. So I think this was funny. But guys, I want this video to be centered around the Hyperdrive bundle a little bit more, and also some of the bugs happening right now. So this one right here, that's right now, they kind of hit up on it a little bit today. This is the bug with tenacity up and the debuffs, really. Even though in this screenshot there is Rose and Holdo with tenacity up, Vader was still able to land 3 dots on both of them. So that's one case of it. Another case is in the HSTR where you can't do this P3 loop anymore with the JKA team, or really even Deathstorm in general. I think maybe you can actually with Deathstorm. I don't know. I gotta check that out. But it doesn't really matter anyways. They're gonna fix this soon. But as of today, this is on the 10th. You can't even use this team. I think though maybe you could have with Spirit instead of the person who inflicts the dots, whatever her name is, the sword chick. But even then, it's kind of like, it's just stupid. I mean, CG, they are so much more focused on these new things like this. They are so much more focused on these new animations, guys. These new, they are cool. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not hitting on them, but they're so focused on these small little things like this animation here. They're so focused on these things, the aesthetic of the game, which is totally cool. But they don't care, and they don't really want to put much effort forth on this new content, unless they can prove me wrong here and they have a huge game plan for this content that's going to be dropping, which I haven't seen in like 3, 4, 5 months. And you guys can't call new content the light side TB. It is not new content because you can't play it. And it's just really at a kind of a disappointing part right now in the game for most people. Okay, so about this bug, they did chat about it a little bit. They have a thing in announcements called unresistible debuffs. So the initial update rollout yesterday inadvertently caused some debuffs to become unresistible. So they said we will be releasing a temporary fix later today. So with the journey guide, it's going to be fixed already. But people were using like in the raids, since you can stack up so many dots, people were rocking the Wampa and Vader team, getting really good damage, like 12 million damage in like P2 for like a team that usually doesn't get that much, like not even 10 mil at all. So that's pretty cool. I mean, people are still going to find a way to work around it, which is my favorite part to the theory crafting in this game and stuff like that. But I mean, just CG is just so, they're all over the place right now, man. They gotta just focus on like one aspect of the game, and what that aspect should be is new content, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that, man. Okay, so next up on this video, I want to chat about this Hyperdrive bundle, if it's worth it or not. So, where do I want to start here? This is on my point of view of it. This is my opinion. I am a veteran player. I have around 4.6 million galactic power, and I'm not going to buy this. So now, with that being said, let's go into the contents of it. We already kind of know this, but now we get a visual of what it looks like. You get a lot of good, solid teams. Really good teams, actually. You can pretty much almost have a Thrawn ready to go with all the Phoenix. You can get towards some of the Hoth territory battles with some of these guys provided, like the Rogue Ones. And down here, the clones. The clones seem to be really cool here as well. So without being included, you also get some ships. But the main thing here, guys, is the resources and the gear. So they said in this video they put out yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, and also in their post, they say that this will be attractive and it will be worth buying even if you are a veteran or / endgame player. It is not. To me, it's not. I only look for packs like this. I only look at really 2 to 3 things. The main 2 things is how many crystals I get with it, and then the second thing is the Kairos, and the third thing is the guns. Those 2 pieces of gear, Kairos and guns, are the 2 most in my opinion, the biggest gear crunch gear pieces in the game as of right now. So with that being said, let's see the contents. And we're going to have what was the price of a vault? We're going to compare this to a price of a vault. A vault is $100 in this game, and you get like around 15,000 crystals, I think. So comparing that to a vault, let's see what we get. So first off, you get 2,000 here of crystals. Okay, not even close to hitting that vault mark. And you get 100 kairos of this piece and 100 of the other piece of kairos, and then 100 of the guns. These other pieces you get from challenges, guys, and although they might be, you know, a bit tougher, and you have to, for the guns, or not for the guns, for the eyeballs especially, you have to have the other piece of stuff, you know, for the challenge, and then having to farm this other piece. It could be kind of annoying, but I mean, the guns are so elusive in shops, you never really see it, and kairos are kind of the same way too. So with that being in mind, we're only going to look at those two. So you get really 50 in game for this piece right here, the shock prod, whatever Cairo, I think that's how you call it. 50 is worth 1,400, so 1,400 plus 1,400 is 2,800, and the same thing over here. That's around 5,600 worth of crystals. Adding on to the 2,000 here is 7,600, and then I'm pretty sure the guns are around the same price as a Cairo. So we're looking at, I think it's actually 1,200, maybe 1,300. So I'm just going to roll it up and round it up to around close to being 10,000 worth in crystals just from all that gear and those crystals. You're still around 5,000 off with hitting that mark of being able to have the same price as a vault. I don't care too much about the energies, and I don't care too much about the gold and resources up top here. The Zetas are the only thing that sounds good, but you're only getting 10 of them, and I don't need all that much. So for veteran player, endgame player, if you have the money to do this, feel free to do it. But if you're like me, I don't want to drop this much money all the time on a game, and I like to pick and choose what packs I like the most. Well, this is probably not going to be it for me. I don't want to buy this pack. This pack is 100% centered towards, and they're pushing this towards new players, mid-game players, and people have been playing a long time that want to start a new account. This is for them. So much value here. You're pretty much talking about knocking off 1 to 2 years worth of farming just in characters alone, and then you also have all this gear here. So it's great for that aspect, but there are a couple downsides here. So one downside is once you get all these guys up, you get some of their levels. The gear here, you're going to be in the same gear crunch as everybody else in the game. There isn't enough gear here to support all that gear on all these characters. So you will still be in the same gear crunch as everybody else will be. That's one. That is one big problem that many people will face. And then two, if you do want to go the route of, you know, maxing out like one or, you know, a couple characters like Relic 7, well, there is no signal data here. So good luck on trying to get high relics on those guys, and let alone trying to get gear 13. So yeah, this is not a whole lot to get the scrap. Not a whole lot of gear here to get a lot of scrap on a lot of people, and that's gonna be kind of annoying for people that want to max out these characters. So just a couple things here. I think this is kind of still worth it. I would say it's very worth it actually for new players, but for older players, maybe even mid-game players, I would probably not buy this. Keep in mind with all these characters and ships, these do not translate into shards whatsoever in the shard shop currency store. This only brings them up to 5 star and level 80. If they're already past that level, they do not get any extra shards. If they're lower than level, they get boosted up to that level, and that's it. You do not get any shards. So that's the reason why I wouldn't really recommend this. If that were to be the case and you get shard shop currency, then it would for sure be worth it, but it is not. So yeah, this is not worth it for endgame, but it is for early and mid-game players. All right, and to wrap up the video, we got word of Season 3 of the GAC. Last season was all centered around First Order for the feats, and this time is now the Resistance. So you need Poe, you need pretty much all those guys that you typically wouldn't use, and oh my gosh. I don't get why they do these stupid feats, guys. It makes no sense to me. Okay, so let's read some of this stuff. Let's read some of this stuff, shall we? Oh, man, I'm not a huge fan of this at all whatsoever. So, gaining secret intel 50 times in GA, okay, doable. Inflicting expose 50 times in GA, that is not limited towards resistance whatsoever. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Winning a GA battle with Poe and Finn, I am not okay with that because Poe is hot trash in Galactic, or in not Galactic Republic, in the Grand Arenas. So that's my one thing I hate. Winning a GA battle using a squad containing every character that uses the EL-16, so Poe, Finn, and Resistance Trooper. Still not a good thing. You have to use Poe there. I don't like Poe. And then it says winning a fleet arena battle with both T-80 X-Wings. So these ones are, you can use outside of Grand Arena. You can just do these in your fleet arena battles, and that's easy, I think, in my opinion. So I'm not too worried about fleet arena. And then next one, look at this, guys. You got to win one with Rey's Millennium Falcon. You guys want to come into what I got in my game? Well, I got mine 7-star. Just kidding. It is not 7-star. Where is it? It's not even unlocked yet. It's at 43 out of 80. This is such a it's not a good ship at all. It's just such a worthless ship in my opinion. There is not much stuff here that makes me like it a lot. It's not attractive whatsoever. And if you guys have it, kudos for you. You guys are on top of things because this might be needed in the new event for either Rey or Kylo. For me, I am way off on this, so I will probably not get any of those if they are needed, or if this is needed rather. But for that feat rather, I will not get that feat done whatsoever. So let's continue. Winning a GA battle using both Reys, probably doable versus most teams. I get that. And then the last but not least here is defeating enemies in Grand Arena with veteran smuggler Han Solo and veteran smuggler Chewbacca. Now that's a good meme right there, CG. That's a very, very good meme. I like this meme so much to the point where I'm gonna laugh at it a lot. This is so awesomely stupid. Who the heck has the veteran smuggler Han Solo and veteran smuggler Chewbacca higher than Gear 9? And Clash, I know you do have them. Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everybody else. Dude, Clash is looking at this. He's like, oh no, no, no. He's gonna get this done easily, but most people are not gonna have this at all, and that's myself included. So if these are portraits, you're not gonna have portraits here. Just say goodbye to those portraits, and maybe you can talk your opponent into, hey, let me please use and these teams to get those portraits and the feats done. I 100% doubt that will be actually a thing because people want to win. They do not want to give out easy banners. So there you guys go. This Resistance team and this stuff. In what I'm thinking here is that they're looking towards getting some new reworks. We already saw First Order and the Hux and Sith Trooper. You don't really need an entire revamp of reworks for that entire First Order faction. They're already pretty freaking decent as is. But Resistance, however, needs some reworks if they want to be somewhat decent upcoming for at least the GA and stuff. So I would probably not say that both veterans, Chewie and Han, are going to get reworked, but I can see a Poe/Finn rework, and heck, you give my boy Major Tom a rework, my man is going to do some work. I love that dude. Major Tom is awesome. Shout out to hers. But yeah, I think this could be alluding to some reworks. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you are new here, feel free to sub. It would be muchly appreciated, guys. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.